Not that long ago, I did a review of the Socket Fan Light, and that's the one showed right here. But check this out. There's a new guy on the scene, and this is called the Breeze Brite. It's a different type of socket fan light. Look at that, how cool. Welcome back to another Jeff Reviews for you. And as you saw, we are looking at yet another as seen on TV socket fan light. This one is called the Breeze Brite. You know what? Enough talking about this product. Let's get right into the review. Here's our Breeze Brite. As you can see, it's a powerful fan with an LED light, but guess what? It's a socket fan light. You actually can screw this into any socket and you have your very own light and fan in just a matter of seconds. As you can see, the fan is actually underneath this grate and the light goes around on the outside. I purchased this for right around $37 and that included the shipping, so I think without shipping and tax, it was right around 30 bucks. Let's do a quick unboxing to see what we get. Inside, of course, we have our light, our directions, and the remote control. I will say this looks a whole lot smaller than I thought it was going to be. Those fan blades can't be more than maybe 2 inches or so. Very, very tiny. Do you know what else? This does not have any kind of extension, so your socket has to fit this specifically in order for it to work. This is what I'm talking about when I mentioned the extension. I'm actually going to try it with this unit. This, of course, did not come with my Breeze Brite. I am going to try it though because I have a can light that this should fit into. It would have been nice, however, to have one of those extensions included. I put the socket fan light right here on the right next to our Breeze Brite. And of course, remember from our original video where we reviewed the socket fan light, this is a 16-inch total blade from one side to the other, where these blades right here are only 6 inches. Man, I'm not sure about the fan speed coming off of here. It better be really good. Our Breeze Brite is plugged into a little tiny socket lamp here, and of course I have my Bell & Howell Spin Power wireless. I have the lamp plugged in here, so let's just turn it on for the first time to see what actually happens. All right, so it looks like the light came on. Very cool. Turn it off. Turn it back on again. Oh, that's strange. The light's not on, but the fan's on. Let's power it off again, see what happens. All right, let's turn it back on. Well, this time the light and the fan came on. That's weird. I kind of like it when, I don't know, the item stays the same to where it was when I just turned it off. Let's turn it on again and check out our remote. Well, there we go again, no fan. So as I was testing the light function, turning on and off, I kept getting different settings when I turned it right back on. I'm wondering if it's because of this little tiny lamp. I will check it later in an actual socket to see if I get the same results. But you know what? I would love to hear from you. What are your thoughts of the Breeze Brite? Do you like it? Not so much? Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. I would love to hear from you. Of course, we've pulled our tab from underneath the battery, so now this is active. So it's interesting because there are separate controls for the fan and the light, but also there's an all on or all off. That's interesting, and that could be why we were experiencing the differences when we were turning it on and off of having the different features. So you can see there are 3 different settings for fan and 3 different settings for light. Of course, you can have the fan on without the light and the light on without the fan. Let's test those things out. All right, so we are off. Let's turn the on button. And of course our fan and our light turned on. So let's just turn off our light and we can adjust from, I think we're in high right now. We can go down to medium and then low, and then of course off, that's cool. And then of course there's our light. This is that like bright kind of light. I think it said it was like 6,000 Kelvin or so. I like the dimmer lights, but you know what? Putting this here on the low level isn't so bad. I did want to do a wind speed test on here. Right now we're just on low. And you can see it's running right about 9.27 miles per hour. And then let's go up to medium. All right, let's see where we are now. Well, a little higher, almost 10. Oh, just over 10, that's pretty cool. Now, high. All right, we hit 10 before. We're just over 10, not that much difference. Let's see if I can maneuver a little bit. So just shy of 11 there, so that's your wind speed you can expect here from your Breeze Brite. A concern we had with the socket fan light was these blades were just left open, so if this thing ever came detached for some reason, man, that could be pretty dangerous. We do not have that same concern with the Breeze Brite because the fan is hidden behind a fan grate, which is pretty convenient. I'm going to show you the 3 different light settings. There's low, medium, and high, and there are different levels of brightness. Here's low. In my opinion, this is the one I actually use it on because it's not as bright as medium or high, but let's check out medium. And of course, here is high. This is a very, very bright light. I should say that the directions tell us that this light will last up to 50,000 hours. So we're just going to look at the fan right now as it's going to start spinning. We're going to show low, medium, and high, although you can't really tell a difference on video. I do have the light off just so you can see the fan start to move. So there it is on low. Then of course I hit the button, I go to medium, and then high. Nope, you didn't see any difference on video. I will say these ceilings right now are 10 foot high, right? So I feel this wind, I'm right underneath it, but if I step 2 feet to the left or 2 feet to the right or so, I don't really feel that cooling or that wind from this fan. You almost have to be right underneath it. Let me show you something frustrating. So right now I have the fan on low speed and the light on dim or low, right? But I turn the power off to the fixture, watch this. Now I go turn it back on, and I'm on a completely different setting. This one I just happen to be on high of the light, but there's no fan. If I turn it off again, turn it back on, now I just have the fan. It does not keep the same setting I had when I turned it off. That's kind of annoying. See, I had to turn it on and off 3 different times just to get the light and the fan. So it's just more convenient to keep this remote control, so make sure you don't lose it. Although not a comparison review, in my opinion, I end up liking the Socket Fan Light a whole lot better than the Breeze Brite. I like that it looks like a traditional fixture instead of this weird orb or spaceship. I also like the breeze coming from the fan of the Socket Fan better. In my opinion, it's just a lot stronger of a breeze and I can feel it a little further away. That being said, it is also twice the price. In this video, we are looking at the Breeze Brite. It's a new socket fan light. So what did I think of it? First things first, let's talk about that price point. It's under $40 if you count tax and shipping. In my opinion, that's a little expensive, but I also think it did a pretty good job. In my opinion, I can see this thing in maybe a closet, a small room, maybe a laundry room, or even a basement. I like that the fan blades are covered and you're not at risk of hitting them or them hitting something else. That to me actually was pretty important. I did make the note that you have to almost be right underneath this fan or in the direction of this fan to get that cooling. Although I do believe it's probably moving air from around the room, I just didn't notice that as much. I would have liked for this to be a little more versatile and had them include maybe one of those extension handles because I use mine in a can light, and in order for me to even use it, I had to spend an extra $10 just to buy that adapter. In the end, I do think it's a pretty decent product. It's not necessarily something I would use on a regular day-to-day basis. I said before that I kind of like the more traditional one, plus I like the softer light. But if this is something that interests you, I will leave a link down in the description. This is Jeff with Jeff Reviews for You. As always, thanks for stopping by, and I hope you have a great day. In order for me to get this video to work, I had to purchase this extension piece. I got 2 for right around $10. The cool thing about this one is it's expandable. Right now it's about 3 inches, and if I pull it out here and do a little quick twist, it's a 4-inch extension handle. You can make it smaller, and there are about 1/4-inch increments here, but it's pretty neat. I'll link this down below if you're interested. I really do appreciate that you stayed around for my entire review of the Breeze Brite. You know what? If you didn't see my original review, I referenced it in this video of the Socket Fan Light. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna link that right up here, and I would love it if you would click on this link. And when you do, by the magic of the internet, I'm gonna join you right here. So go ahead, click it. It's safe, I promise.